Today we're celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King.
In West Philly, Chosen 300 Ministries held its Day of Service event for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. A party with free food, clothing, and haircuts for people struggling through this pandemic.
It's heartwarming that people want to be able to serve, especially during a time like this.
While Philadelphians remember life well lived, Donald Burtz was a part of the journey.
Dr. King would come to Camden, and I would meet him at the airport or meet him at the church.
That's Donald, shaking hands with Dr. King during one of King's visits to the Delaware Valley.
You shook the hand of Dr. King.
Oh, man.
What was that like?
Man, that was like, I mean, at that time, it was great.
Donald Burtz, known by many as Ducky, invited us into his house to talk about Dr. King. Sitting in Ducky's home office was like visiting a museum with its own wall of fame. Wilt Chamberlain, Muhammad Ali, but his association with Reverend Jesse Jackson introduced him to King, who visited to fundraise during the civil rights movement.
Just as I have a dream.
When you come to Philly, there were 4 or 5 churches that he could go to, because Rizzo had all the churches locked down, and it was very dangerous to be, because the FBI would tap your phone, or the police department would know who you are.
Ducky says despite clashing with former Philly Police Commissioner Frank Rizzo, Dr. King remained steadfast in his nonviolent approach.
It's easy to throw a punch, okay? But it's hard not to throw the punch.
When all of God's children, black men and white men.
Ducky told us King kept a low profile, but his impact grew after his assassination in 1968. In 2006, Ducky received the MLK Award for Community Service, a full-circle nod to an unsung champion of civil rights. Brandon Hudson, NBC10 News.